If you can't do it, I'll get somebody else to do it. You are a beepy beepy idiot. What the beepaloopoo is wrong with you? Are you effing joking me? Just get the job done. You know what you're getting paid for. I don't know why we keep you around. This is very much an old school way of leading people, of thinking we can be dictatorial and tell people they must do the job. And look, it probably came at a time where there was lots of people available to do the tasks that we needed to do. So we didn't have to think too much about how we treated people. However, that is very much changing. Over the last 10, 15 years especially, but even more so in the last 5 years, you can see that we're moving towards a time now where psychological safety is very important in our businesses, where we just can't say anything to people, where people have rights, which is a good thing. Challenge for a lot of businesses nowadays isn't just how do we get good people, how do we attract good people, how do we keep good people in our business, because there is a limited pool of good people out there. The added challenge is now we also have the compliance aspect, where we have to create that environment where people feel psychologically safe, where people can come to work without harassment, without bullying, without feeling like they're worthless, that they mean nothing. And for me, that's a really good thing. Does it put added pressure on a business? Absolutely. Does it put added pressure on a leader? Absolutely. But for me, I don't see it as something we must do. I see this as something we should be doing anyway. Because what's the best way to create psychosocial safety? It's by making sure we have a good culture and a good environment. Because every research out there shows that if we have got a good culture within our business, where people feel like they can talk openly, where they feel like they're valued, where they feel like they are treated with respect and they're trusted, them things improve productivity and how we succeed as a business. So for me, the two things just go hand in hand. Should we do anything different? Only if we haven't got that good culture in place. Should we talk about and train our leaders and coach our leaders in why it's important to create that good culture? Yes, because it impacts productivity, it impacts performance, it impacts what we can generate financially, and yes, just as important, it also impacts the people within our team, their mental health. And often whenever I'm working with leaders and we're coaching through this section, I often explain about the success ripple. Because think about it, old style. You're an idiot. I can't believe you did that. You're useless. You're worthless. I don't know why we keep you here. I send that person home at the end of the shift. What is their life like? Do they go home? Do they take it out on the children? Do they take it out on the dog? What's the children, what's the partners, what's the people around them taking away? It's all negative energy. Flip side, if we're coaching people, if we're telling them they're doing a great job, if we're giving them credit where credit's due, if we're holding them accountable whenever things aren't going well, but in a positive, constructive way, if we're improving their lives and adding value to them, if we're getting them to a better place, how are they going home and talking to the partners and the children and the dog? It's a lot more positive. Chances are they're going to be passing on that positive vibes, that coaching aspect, that invest in yourself, grow, develop mindset to the kids rather than you're useless. So for me, that's what the ripple effect is. And as a leader, we don't think about that enough. We're dealing with our problems there and then, and it's easy to fly off the handle. It's easy to say something we don't mean. It's easy to go, this isn't more important than our people. But I really challenge you, please have a think about that if you're doing that. Also, if you work in an environment, and I've also seen this, if you work in an environment and you know this is happening and you have got some say, even if you don't have some say, if we're not speaking up about it, if we're not taking action as business owners, as senior leaders to deal with it, that's on you. Everything that leader does comes back to you. And I encourage you to really understand and take control of that. Hopefully, as always, you've got something from this little video. If you have, please consider sharing it, leaving a comment, agree, disagree, anything in between. But also tell me maybe what you would like to hear us talk about in the leadership space as we move forward. Our goal is to help leaders get to a better place. And it's also to work and create genuine partnerships and relationships with businesses that want to put their people first. because they see the value in not just adding to people's lives, but also adding to their top line. Thanks for watching.